We just finished the social media bootcamp here at Cisco, and I'm here with Laura Ramos. Hi, Laura.
Hi, how are you, Sandra?
Great, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions. I was curious what your key takeaway was for today in regards to what you want people to take away, as well as what you might have learned from interacting with us here.
I think the key takeaway really falls into two categories. One is that this is an emerging area in terms of social media, and that the folks here at Cisco need to think about this not as a set of tactics that you execute against a campaign, but how do you use this on an ongoing basis to create relationship with your customers and with your prospects so that you're always building on that relationship using these tactics, not necessarily thinking about them as just this campaign or this activity, but how do you create it into a whole program that runs continuously? And I think the other aspect of that that's really important is the measurement. You know, if you're going to use these different tactics, what's the value that you expect from Cisco, and how do you expect to see your customers and prospects participating? What does success look like? And I think those are the two key takeaways folks should think about the most from today's session.
Great, and then last I would say is, is there a key takeaway that you've taken away from working with us here? Something you might have learned from interacting with Cisco employees about social media? I
think Cisco, as this team in particular, but it just in general, is really leading edge in a lot of the things that you're thinking about in social media and the way that you're using it. But I would caution you to think more about the relationship side of things, the continuous part of social media use, than just how do we incorporate this as yet another tactic into the way that we are doing our campaigns and launching our products. The social media aspects don't end with the launch, but they sort of start with the launch. What do you do pre-launch, during the launch, and more importantly after the launch to continue those conversations and to keep the momentum rolling?
And the last question, I saw Jeremiah picked up on my tweet, should it be post or POTS? The question of should strategy come before the tools, and he addressed that in today's session. Wondering if you can summarize that a little bit here.
Yeah, I think just post sounds better than POTS, but beyond that, we're going to see a lot of change in the technology and the tools and the platforms. So the T part of this is going to change very rapidly every quarter for probably the next 2 years. So instead of thinking about the tools primarily, think about strategy first, because strategy will remain consistent in the way that you approach your markets, the way that you market to your customers, and the tools then are what you fit in around that, and they become the secondary choice for supporting the strategy. And the technology doesn't drive the strategy drives the technology. So that's why we approach it from the people, objective, strategy, and technology acronym.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Laura, for your time.
Thank you, Lysandra. It's good talking to you.